What's happening? Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. I was blessed to be on a live last night, and Lou of Lou Rock TV asked me, is there any rhyme or reason to my collection, or am I just willy-nilly all over the place? So I am going to show my collecting focuses on this video. What the heck is that card doing in the Vintage Sanctuary? By the way, great question. Lou, thank you for inspiring me. Let me turn this camera around and let's do it. So one of the players I collect is the natural home run king, Hank Aaron. And for many of these players, I don't have very many of their cards, but I try to get the key one or key cards typically first if I can, so it sets me up to have a completion of that player. I'm looking to get his entire Topps run, at least of the base cards, and his Bowman run, 1955 Bowman, just one card. This might actually be my favorite Hank Aaron card that I have right here. I mean, the rookie is, I guess you could say, my favorite because, you know, it's gorgeous. It's the most significant one, historically significant, but I just absolutely love this 1962 Topps. And then another player that I collect is the Ring King and cultural icon Yogi Berra. And I also collect the not so natural home run king, and I seek to get at least one card from each of his playing years, preferably a refractor. So this is actually his first gold refractor from 1996 finest. And pretty, you know, somewhat tough card there. And then I also collect this slugger, Larry Doby, who integrated the American League. But not only that, he's actually the first professional basketball player, black basketball player, which is really pretty crazy. And this is his Dandy potato chip card, and this one is an absolute gem. And then when it comes to Joe DiMaggio, I mean, his cards are so expensive, so I don't know how many I will get, but I am looking to collect his cards. This one I just got for a wonderful price, and what I cared about most was the color and registration. I actually kind of like that splash of factory color there, and then it kind of streaks across. So yeah, I do what I can with Joltin' Joe DiMaggio, and also Rickey Henderson. This is my newest pickup that I just showed in my last video, the 93 finest refractor. And I consider this one of the most important Rickey Henderson cards, so the Man of Steel, I collect him as well. For these players that I collect, I'm not, you know, looking to get, of course, all of their cards. Basically, it's just sometimes, you know, sometimes I'll try to get at least one card from each of their playing years, and I'll try to make that a significant card. It doesn't have to be expensive, but something that seems significant to me, and that that card right there seems super significant to me. And then I also collect Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. I only have a few of his cards, actually, some of his Tiffany's, but this is probably my favorite here, the 86 Topps Tiffany. I just think this card really, really works. And I also collect perhaps the best all-round player of all time, Willie Mays, and this is his 53 Topps card. High number from the set, and one of the few action cards in the set showing his, you know, his famous basket catch, which he was known for. And I am seeking to get Willie Mays' complete Topps base run, but probably not his Bowman run because the 51 Bowman is a really expensive card, his rookie. And, you know, I like the image of the 52 Bowman much better. I just don't know that I'd want to, you know, put that much money into that particular card. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And the big cat, Johnny Mize, I collect him as well. One of the things I love about collecting Johnny Mize, I feel like he's a bit underrated. He's also an amazing Yankees contributor, where later in his year he helped them win the 5 championships, and later in his career he helped them win the 5 championships in a row. But yeah, and what I like about Johnny Mize is you can get some of his tougher cards, you know, without having to spend super crazy money, and this is one of them. 47 Tip Top Bred Johnny Mize. So stoked to have this. Yeah, that card is just one of my favorites. I know I say that about a lot of cards. And I collect Stan the Man, and here it is, his Undisputed Rookie from 48 Bowman. You know, this is one of those cards where the longer I have it, the more I absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm just loving this card more and more all the time. So, Stan the Man. An amazing person, and you know, one of the best players of the a little bit pre-war and then into the golden era. And I also collect Nolan Ryan. I don't have too many of his cards at all. This is my best one, his first solo card. And this is just a beauty. So the strikeout king, the 7 no-hitters. Yeah, I loved his style, you know, walk him or strike him out, you know, extremist that he was. And who doesn't want to collect Chuck Norris? And there he is on the right in with his glorious 73 rookie card here. This card's so nice, so nice. And we'll put that over there. Put it right there. There we go. And then I collect Ted Williams, perhaps the greatest hitter of all time. This is his 47 Bond Bred card that I got from Matt, the Card Story, at the last National. So thank you so much, Matt, for making this possible. Another card where the longer I have it, the more I absolutely love it. Blank back here. And, you know, as far as modern cards go, I mostly do Aaron Judge. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is an example of, you know, again, one of the players I collect is Ted Williams. And I like these mini diamonds. So this is the inaugural year of Gilded, the 2022 Topps Gilded Mini Diamonds, Ted Williams in a Gem 10. And wow. Out of 50, so I am super stoked. Number 1 out of 50, so this is the Alpha. And so, yeah, do a little bit with modern cards, not too much. So there's an older Ted and a modern Ted, and then I also collect some Yankee contributors. So I have a few cards to represent those contributors. 41 play ball, Tommy Hendrick, the Clutch. Big-time Yankee contributor whose career was, you know, very close to the same time span as DiMaggio's. And, yeah, this dude really, you know, I don't think he has a Hall of Fame case, but he's got a case for being one heck of an amazing Yankee contributors. I think that sentence needed a little help. One heck of an amazing Yankee contributor. What the heck, I'll put this one over here. And also Eddie Lopat, the Junkman. Just such a smart and crafty pitcher. This is his rookie card. I've got a couple of these. One was gifted to me by friends, which is extra special. And then this one as well that I just couldn't resist. I generally try not to get too many duplicates, except when I'm trying to get duplicates, if that makes any sense. One more Yankee contributor. I've got some of these 60 new cards, oversized. Really like these. This card I would put into my Yankee contributor collection. I wouldn't mind having a Playing Days Babe Ruth someday, but it's not a priority. Those get awfully expensive. One that I know I like would be the red background on the 33 Gaudy. That's my favorite out of his 433 Gaudis, but You know, those are pretty darn spendy. I tell you what, I'm super stoked to have this though. I think I paid like 50 bucks for it a few years back. And I think it's pretty darn sweet. Not playing days, but a really nice card nonetheless. I'll go ahead and just take this off the screen since it's kind of big. So I collect some Yankee contributors. And what about modern? Well, for the most part, the modern player that I collect is Aaron Judge. And in 2022, we know that he had the 62 home runs to become the American League single season natural home run leader. So I have over 62 parallels of his 2022 Topps card or Topps Chrome card. And this is one of my favorites, the purple speckle refractor out of 299. Although there's just so many that I like, but I'm just going to show a few of those. Here's another one. This is the gold refractor out of 50. Very popular card. And what the heck? Here's another copy of the gold refractor out of 50. This one came by a little later in a mint 9. I didn't pay that much more for the 9 than I did for the 8. So yeah, what a what a sweet pair there. And then this would be the crown jewel of my Judge collection, the 2022 MVP buybacks auto. Only 22 of these on the planet, number 16 out of 22. I've got to shout out Double D Dylan because he's the one that put this card on my radar, that this card actually existed. And so if it wasn't for him, I would have never pursued it. And I'm really stoked that I did. So those 4 represent my modern Judge collection. And now where are we going to go from here? We're going to go to the basketball players that I collect. One of them is Wilt Chamberlain. I only have 2 of his cards. This is one of them, his rookie in a exceptional vintage greatness 4. Now this is, these cards are so tough on centering. This is so notorious for being off center that I actually thought this is pretty nice centering for the issue for sure, and just a really nice card. Essentially, I traded a Star Jordan card, not the 101, but a Star Jordan card for this. And, super stoked. That Jordan has probably appreciated more than this card, but, that's okay. You never know when this could, I think it's kind of underappreciated for what it represents. But anyway, there's that. So looking to collect some Wilt Chamberlain, even though I only have 2 now. And then also looking to, so Wilt Chamberlain, why Wilt? You can see I'm collecting a lot of, all-time great players. I mean, the records this dude has and the way he dominated his era is just, it's insane. It really is. And then, Kareem. I mean, he's pretty amazing too. 6-time MVP. This is the best of the old. Very, very tough card. And I got this before, before it took off. And there's the back. So this card represents another player whose cards I collect, which is Kareem. And then the Doctor, probably my favorite basketball player, just style, elegance, just the ultimate, the ultimate ambassador for his sport. And this, of course, is his rookie, which screams 70s. And then also Larry Bird. I mean, wow. Yeah, what a style of play. When he was dominating, and that was right around this time, there was a few years there where he was just ultra dominant. And and again, ultimate trash talker. And I think it was done in a cool way, like he didn't dislike anyone. He just, was the ultimate trash talker on the court and just an amazing player. So fun to watch. What a passer. This is a really tough card. His first star card, base star card. So that represents Larry Bird, another basketball player that I collect. And I also collect Magic Johnson. How can you collect Bird without Magic? This is his Crunch and Munch, another tough card, another tough star card. I know I'm not always showing the back because I wanted to keep this video from getting super long, trying to do, cut some of them down a little bit, make them more watchable in that regard for some viewers. I also collect some Shaq rookies. These are the cards I've had the longest. This one I submitted myself a few years back and got this 10. So this is his Rejector rookie, one of my favorites. All right, so that concludes the basketball. Where do we go from here? Well, there are some sets that I'm working on. One of them, Double D and I are both working on the 38 Goudy Heads Up with cartoons. This is Bob Feller. This is also the Bob Feller rookie card, and this thing is just screaming gorgeous. Yeah. That's just on the plastic sleeve there. So I'm up to 19 out of the 24 with cartoons, getting pretty close, have all the keys. What's this card doing in my collection? I'm not collecting Mantle because I don't want to pay the Mantle tax. I love Mantle, but he's awfully expensive. However, I would like to have at least a couple of Mantles in my collection, and this is one of them. And I think I'm going to collect, almost certainly going to collect the 52 Bowman Hall of Famers because to me, this is the ultimate vintage art set. So this card represents, the key to the 52 Bowman Hall of Famers run that I'm slowly but surely working on. Have a long ways to go, but I've got the Willie Mays, I've got the Mickey Mantle, so I've got the 2 keys. Stan Musial, I've really wanted one of those for this year. That was possibly my major goal, but I haven't made it happen yet. And then another set I'm working on is the red background Red Hearts, and I'm down to red Schoendienst, it turns out. I've missed out on a few of those that I've bid on, but I'll keep working at it. So I have all of the rest except the Schoendienst with the red background. And of course, this card does double duty because I do collect Stan the Man, but I'm also collecting the red background Red Hearts. And yeah, absolutely love it. So as you can tell, cards in my collection should have a purpose. At least that's the way I do it. What about this one? Well, this is I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm collecting 69-70 Topps Hall of Famers or not. I have the Kareem out of this set because I collect Kareem, and I have the Wilt out of this set because I collect Wilt, but I don't collect Jerry West. Oh, I love this card, though. So beautiful. I love these cards. These oversized cards don't scare me off at all. In fact, I'm gravitated toward them. So, I'm just not sure yet. At some point, this could be sold or traded, but there's a decent chance I'll go after 69-70 Topps Basketball Hall of Famers. I sort of consider it kind of like the 52 Topps Baseball, except the basketball equivalent. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And now where do we go from here? Okay, what's this card doing in my collection? Well, here's the deal. I love 52 Topps. I don't think I'll ever have a complete 52 Topps Hall of Famer run. Probably not, if for no other reason than, the Jackie Robinson is quite expensive and the Mickey Mantle is really a stopper. But I love 52 Topps, so it's a set that I love so much that I'm happy to just get, I have some Yankee contributors out of this set, and I'm happy to get basically as many Hall of Famers as I can and then call that good and enjoy, a Hall of Famer run. This one I got a couple years back, 2-3 years back for just $100, which I thought was a steal for, one of the big 3 center fielders in New York during the golden era. And so this card represents the fact that I like to collect 52 Topps Hall of Famers and Yankee contributors, even if I never complete. I can't remember where we're at. I think maybe we're here, there, who knows? I'll put it over here. All right, what about this card? Well, once again, I'm not going after all of the Mantles, but I'd like to have a couple Mantles. So this represents having another key Mantle in my collection. Oh, I love this card. But it also represents I might just go after all the 53 Topps Hall of Famers. I probably will do that at some point. I've got the Willie, I've got the Mickey, so I don't have that many others, but that's certainly a huge start. I generally like to get the keys first. So this card represents having a key Mantle in my collection, even though I'm not trying to do a Mantle run because I don't care to pay the Mantle tax, but it also represents one of the keys to the 53 Topps Hall of Famers. All right, and then what's this card doing in my collection? Well, I really like 53 Topps, so again, if I end up going after all of the 53 Topps Hall of Famers, this Eddie Mathew fits the bill for that type of a set completion or a Hall of Fame set completion. Same idea here for 1954. This card, you know, can be a part of completing the 1954 Topps Hall of Famers. So I think I'll probably work on that at some point. I've got the Hank Aaron, so I've got the big one. I've got a long ways to go. But, you know, hey, these things take time. I'm in no rush. What about this card? This card, it's so nice for a BVG4. So nice. This card represents just having a Playing Days Jackie in my collection, which I really, really love that. And also, I'm a big fan of 56 Topps, so I may eventually go after a Hall of Famer run here with 56 Topps as well. So I don't know about 55 Topps. I don't really have any to speak of yet. We'll see. Time will tell. But yeah, so, you know, that card is fine. I mean, it serves a purpose. It's a Playing Days Jackie. So not every card has to be part of some sort of set or player run. It could just be, you know, it could just be an exception to the rule where who doesn't want a Playing Days Jackie? However, this also will work just fine as, you know, this also will work if I end up doing a 56 Topps Hall of Famer run. That's a key card to have for that. So really stoked to have it. I think we're down to one card here. What about this? Well, I'm not collecting Jordan, but I did have some Jordan Star cards. As I mentioned, essentially one of them I traded for the Wilt rookie, but I kept this Jordan rookie because it's my favorite. I actually think it's a lot less expensive than the 101, 84 star 101, but I like the image a lot better. I like the image better than the 288 in that set of Jordan as well. So this is one of those Jordan cards. I have a few, 3, I guess, left, because a lot of them I leveraged their value to get other things like the Wilt rookie. So this is one of the Jordan cards that I think I'll just hang on to. And it was pretty cool because I think I paid like $800 for this, you know, a few years back. And so it was nice to get one, you know, while they were more affordable. Yeah, that's my favorite Jordan rookie right there, at least the regular sized. So that's it. Let me turn this camera around here. All right, so that's, you know, that's sort of a showing of my various collecting focuses. Would welcome any comments, thoughts. Is it subject to change? It is, but I think a lot of these things are kind of locked in. Like I don't see myself, for example, stopping collecting Willie Mays or stopping collecting Ted Williams. You know, I don't see myself stopping collecting 52 Bowman Hall of Famers. So, you know, there could be some adjustments along the way. You know, again, I haven't exactly decided with the 69-70 Topps basketball. So there's, you know, I mean, could I quit collecting Shaq rookies? I could, but I have, you know, I have several that I really like that I've had for many years. So it's unlikely I'm going to quit doing that. So yeah, could be some adjustments. I try not to add too much because I feel like that's enough focuses for right now. That'll keep me busy for a while. I'm a 61-year-old dude, so, you know, I've only got so much time on the planet. I don't want to take too much more on at this point. I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around, and we'll have some Christmas music. But let me say now, thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary.